Welcome to the Wednesday meditation. I had led a Samhain on Sunday night, and we had many, many people show up. And it was such a holy experience. It was like I don't see auras all the time. It's not something that's really part of me. But as the people were witnessing about their loved ones, it was the most amazing room filled with wonderful lighting around all the people that were speaking. And even the chairs that were empty, there were lights, like, the form of a wonderful globe body. It is really true about it being a crossover time where they can communicate with the people. And all I can say is I'm guided to do that service, and that night it was definitely a wonderful experience for so many people. And people got up and spoke that were really very, very shy. I've known them their whole life. And they got up in a different time and opened up so much about their loved one. It was an incredible experience, and I feel an honor to have brought that into Unity and for the people that showed up. There's so much more to the spiritual world than is really acknowledged, and any time that we can experience connecting to the people on the other side, they're letting us know we continue. It's not an end. And I think it's important for us to understand that, to do our best in this lifetime, to be the best we can be, so we keep evolving each time we come back, that we keep becoming more and more light, and we help more and more people on our path. So tonight we're going to do a chant that I wrote quite a long time ago, and it's going to be a call and response, and just feel relaxed, and I'll guide you in when you're supposed to respond, and let's just feel the holiness of this moment and make a commitment to meditate every day. Find something, music or whatever it is that helps you find that spiritual place, because at this time we are needing to really lift ourselves to help the planet. Jack and I got into meditation around 1968. We had gone to Chicago, not for the purpose of marching at that point, but it did change our life. And so many people that were there got onto the spiritual path. Well, we need that surge again to happen, to lift us into a higher consciousness. And you being here, what an honor to have you here. I've come to earth to learn to be free, freedom's a state of mind. My mind chooses to be free. I've come to earth to learn to be free. Freedom's a state of mind. My mind chooses to be free. I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose kindness. I choose kindness. I choose love. I choose love. I choose forgiveness. I choose forgiveness. I've come to earth to learn to be free. Freedom's a state of mind. My mind chooses to be free. I choose peace. I choose kindness. I choose love. I choose forgiveness. I've come to earth to learn to be free. Freedom's a state of mind. My mind chooses to be free. I choose peace. I choose kindness. I choose love. I choose forgiveness. I choose kindness. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose forgiveness.
Good evening, everyone. In a classic Beatles song, it is titled, "Let It Be." Those three words open the way to healing love and mystical peace. And it's the type of mantra we need in a world so fraught with judgment, fear, consternation, and resentment. It is so easy to get caught up in the insanity, and yet it will never help us if we do. We have to find a way to transcend the insane thinking of the world. And we need to transcend the illusion that the world literally embraces. I hope everyone is listening keenly tonight, because we're on the cusp of a very important movement. I hope it'll become clear as I speak to these ideas tonight. It is necessary for us to re-enter reality. We came from reality, we came into the physical experience. We have, through the physical experience, the ability to reflect upon our thinking and our actions. This reflection allows us to build the virtue and beauty of our souls. And so it is necessary for us to be honest in our perception, in our viewing, in our listening, and to realize that this illusion of separation, which is strongly defined by our relationship to a personality oriented, which can be understood from this particular passage in Stillness Speaks, the small book by Eckhart Tolle. You are not separate from nature. We are all part of the one life that manifests itself in countless forms throughout the universe, forms that are all completely interconnected. When you recognize the sacredness, the beauty, the incredible stillness and dignity in which a flower or a tree exists, you add something to the flower or the tree. Through your recognition, your awareness, nature too comes to know itself. It comes to know its own beauty and sacredness through you. So that kind of explains why Jesus said, "Know you not that ye are gods?" That you are involved in a process of creativity through what it is you think and believe. So listen to this again, because this is the destiny. You are not separate from nature. We are all part of the one life that manifests itself in countless forms throughout the universe. Forms that are all completely interconnected. When you recognize the sacredness, the beauty, the incredible stillness and dignity in which a flower or a tree exists, you add something to the flower or the tree. Through your recognition, your awareness, nature too comes to know itself. It comes to know its own beauty and sacredness through you. On the other side of that coin, we have this particular segment that I took off an email that came to me this week. As far as the world goes, I don't think that in my lifetime there has ever been such unmitigated dissension, animosity, and hate. People are at odds with each other over COVID vaccinations, mask wearing, mandates, vaccines, and more. Some think this conflict is part of a grand design to control society and the people in it. Media moguls and politicians understand, they are aware, and they are of the world, and they have no recourse to the intuitive joy and beauty of spirit. They don't have that. What has happened to them over a period of time is that they became aware that money seems to be the only power that can lead to power. And so they have no introspection, there's no conscience. But they know something. They have lived long enough and they know something. And now you must know this too. Those people you see on television, the media news, all those politicians, and especially one that was recently a big politician, knows that human beings can be manipulated through fear and hate and resentment. They work on the fact that unenlightened human beings operate from an adrenaline rush. You get an adrenaline rush. And for so many people, it's the reason why football is so huge. For so many people in this Western culture especially, we get a rush from having anger, fear, hate. We're motivated against something. And what the media moguls do and what the politicians do is they throw something out there and keep throwing it out there for you to be against. They know that your adrenaline rush is as close as you can get to feeling something like being alive in the unenlightened state. In the unenlightened state, that is what people believe makes them feel alive. I feel alive. When I'm out there protesting, when I'm out there resenting, when I'm out there judging and getting, and I feel alive. Nothing could be more detrimental to you. Certainly more detrimental than anything, especially if you're on the spiritual journey. But they know this. I don't want to bring up a name, but you'll know who I'm talking about. When someone keeps picking on an issue, a blaming issue, something they're evil, they stole, they were involved in bad process, they manipulated money through their father who was in politics, and on and on and on, and getting you to have this kind of angst against someone who they're running against. Do you realize how manipulated the people are? And the reason why they're manipulated because they don't have any recourse. I am saying to you unequivocally, all of you unequivocally, you are being led down the path of dissension, judgment, and condemnation. Because it's all you can feel until you decide you want true life. You have to decide you want true life. And so you do the spiritual practice, and what does it do for you? What does spiritual practice do for you? It lifts your consciousness out of the adrenaline level, which is the solar plexus, out of the adrenaline level into the heart, the endorphin level, the heart to the brain. And it makes you feel, listen to it, it's really what you want. It leads you to the love that is ever flowing everywhere. It leads you to the healing love and the mystical peace that you really want, that your soul really wants. But we have been cheated and manipulated and conned for generations. We've become so used to it. It's the reason why football is the big religion. People watch it because they can get this adrenaline rush, and that's all they think that's making them feel alive. They don't know how to feel the majesty and the beauty of love. They don't know it. But you can know it. And anyone can know it who pursues it. So, this judgment and condemnation that these unenlightened souls thrive on, it cuts one off. It cuts you off from the healing love, from the mystical joy and love and peace and insight and prosperity even. Do you know why? Because love is the only attracting power. Love is the only true healing power. Everything else is part of an illusionary idea that comes out of ego-centered pride, the idea that I'm going to heal you. I'm going to give you something that's going to make you healthier. I will give you some pills or some treatment that's going to make you healthier. Don't ever let this go away. You may leave here. Who knows what may happen tomorrow? Don't ever let this leave you. Whatever you've heard here in Unity your whole life, how long have you been here? I don't know. Don't let this get away from you. What I am saying to you is the high truth. It is the only high truth that leads to true life. Love is the only attracting power. And so we have to find our way into that divine power. We have to let it move within us and through us and to everything around us. And then you will know what it is to be truly alive and to be without fear about anything that you need. Because whatever you need comes to you by virtue of the fact that love, listen to it, love, don't let it go away. Love is God. So it's hard to watch what's happening here in our country and in our world. How distorted the minds of those in high places has become for money. That is the sickness of the media. That is the sickness of the pharmaceutical companies. That is the sickness of the politicians. That is the sickness of the lobbyists. That is the sickness of the liars and the cheaters. That is the sickness of the world that the Master of Life said you must overcome. Don't let that sickness come to you. It is the worst of addictions. The lust for money is the worst of addictions because it can make you a liar and a thief. I don't usually speak like this because it's painful. You know what happens at the church? Tithes don't come in. People don't know what to do. They get all screwed up and messed up. They thought they were here to get lessons in how to make more money. They came to Unity thinking it's prosperity. This is what we're going to get here. And they thought, they interpreted prosperity as money, 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 more money. It'll make everybody happy. I'm here to tell you it doesn't. And it won't, because it can't. Your soul cries out for true prosperity, that you will be free of any fear that can manipulate you and make you lie. When you read that in the Bible, the truth will make you free. What did you think it was? An intellectual truth that you would finally grasp and it will make you free? The truth can only make you free when you are truthful. When you are truthful to a fault, then you'll be free. Until then, you'll be tossed to and fro by every changing tide of material madness. And so, A Course in Miracles has this to say, because the disjointed, fragmented thinking of the world cannot comprehend how in giving you receive, cannot comprehend why that would be the way to true prosperity, true health, true peace, true love. Can't comprehend it because it looks like everything is disjointed, fragmented. But listen to this truth as it's given to us from A Course in Miracles. In the unenlightened state, you will believe that you are helpless prey to forces far beyond your own control and far more powerful than you. And you will think the world you made directs your destiny. For this will be your faith. But never believe because it is your faith, it makes reality. There is another vision and another voice in which your freedom lies, awaiting your choice. And if you place your faith in them, you will perceive another self in you. This other self sees miracles as natural. They are as simple and as natural to it as breathing to the body. They are the obvious response to calls for help, the only one it makes. Miracles seem unnatural to the ego because it does not understand how separate minds can influence each other. Nor could they do so, but minds cannot be separate. This other self, perfectly aware of this, and thus it recognizes that miracles do not affect another's mind, only its own. There is no other. How is it possible? How far away this truth seems to the mundane thinking of the world. I'll share it with you again. It is the call to move to a higher dimension of awareness and enjoy the majesty of God consciousness. In the unenlightened state, you will believe that you are helpless prey to forces far beyond your own control and far more powerful than you. And you will think the world you made directs your destiny, for this will be your faith. But never believe because it is your faith, it makes reality. There is another vision and another voice in which your freedom lies, awaiting your choice. And if you place your faith in them, you will perceive another self in you. And by the way, when it's writing that self, it's with a capital S. It's not talking about the ego-oriented definition of self as being a mind-encapsulated body. That is not this self. And if you place your faith in them, you will perceive another self in you. This other self sees miracles as natural. They are the obvious response to calls for help, the only one it makes. Miracles seem unnatural to the ego because it does not understand how separate minds can influence each other. Nor could they do so, but minds cannot be separate. This other self is perfectly aware of this, and thus it recognizes that miracles do not affect another's mind, only its own. There is no other. Can you see how this truth, that all minds are in communication, to live high in this truth, to give and praise and serve, is to have that come right back to you and bless you and free you and heal you. Because there is one power, one presence, one joy, one peace, one truth, one love. And when we stop ignoring that, we enter into it and we find the life truly worth living. A life we have been missing because we haven't taken serious the necessity to practice the presence of God. We haven't taken it seriously enough to know that we have to take time each day to meditate, because the media, the illusion-driven, money-hungry, sick media that knows it can only get you tuning in by getting your adrenaline going again. So you come in to find out what's going on. I say to Norma sometimes, not often, but when we're in the car, I'll say, oh, just turn on the news and let's see who's doing what to who. It's only a joke, because that's all the news is about. Walter Cronkite, the great newsman, said the day that they allowed commercials to be on the news programs, we would never have truth again. And if you listen to those commercials on those programs, you can find out by who's actually sponsoring the high salaries for those people giving you the news. And you'll find out what your news is going to say just by watching the commercials. Who's paying for it? Who's paying them all that money to be, listen to it, insincere? So now if you shift your faith, because once you shift your faith from believing and having your faith in the conditions and circumstances of the world, you read the newspaper to find out what's going on. Your faith is in all of that convoluted conflict, that incessant battering that goes on in the ever-diluted world of insane human beings. So now you can't figure that out. But if you change your faith, take your faith out of that, take your faith out of the news, you must know that all of that takes place in the insane world is illusion-driven and you don't want it. Now you can give your attention through your faith, you give your attention to see the good, to see the joy, to see the beauty, to see the peace, to see the love, to be the beauty, to be the joy, to be the peace, to be present and appropriate as an emissary of a God-conscious being. You are the light of the world. Let your light finally shine so that it can come back to you and bless you and heal you like you've never lived before. Let it happen. Become serious about it. Don't let the world steal your soul anymore. So I guess I'll say this. If you move your faith to the at-one-ment belief, the belief that we are all divine beings going through a human experience, but many have left the place of love and God, you will find it may not happen immediately, but if you live as though you are one with God, and everything you look upon is there as needing your blessing, so that you praise, you bless, you give, and you serve. And if you do that, even though it doesn't feel quite right to you yet, it'll take a while, you will see things starting to change and the blessings starting to come back to you. And your healing will be certain. And your awareness will be expanded. And your insight will be miraculous. So I'm going to conclude it with this particular quote from Eckhart Tolle. When you look at a tree and perceive its stillness, you become still yourself. You connect with it at a very deep level. You feel a oneness with whatever you perceive in and through stillness. Feeling the oneness of yourself with all things is true love. Feeling the oneness of yourself with all things is true love. Follow that ideal. Live from that ideal. There's nothing else you can get here at Unity of Boulder. I'm not going to whisper sweet nothings into your ears to try to con you into, doing something, make some changes in giving more money or something like that, if you feel what happens to you when you do what I'm sharing with you, you will be so blessed. You will give naturally. You will not withhold, like so many are doing right now, watching this on screen. Nobody puts a bag in front of them or a basket in front of them. They are so owned by the world, it doesn't matter to them. They'll eat for free as long as they can. And that's okay, because it has nothing to do with what you can do with your life. And this is to you also that are watching on screen. Nothing is free. Your divinity is not free. You must work the truth and transform your own awareness. And then you'll be free and living the life you have always thought you wanted. So we're going to do our meditation now. And we'll listen to this beautiful crystal bowl. It's so simple. The masters tell us just give your total attention to what you're doing, to the moment. And in this moment, we listen to the crystal bowl. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, give your full attention to it. And so as we listen to the crystal bowl, we'll become present. And it's in the present now moment that we have truth and reality. And when we get to that place of silence, I will share with you a mantra when we get to that place. When we get there, I'll share it with you. Right now, just enjoy the majesty of being present. God. I am they. I am he. I am you. I am she. Everything you think of me. Everything you do to me. Be still and know that I am God. I am they. I am she. I am you. I am he. Everything you think of me. Everything you do to me. Be still and know that I am God. I am they. I am he. I am you. I am she. I am the mountains, the forests, the stars, and the sea. Everything you think of me. Everything you do to me. Be still and know that I am God. in this refined level of awareness, we will offer the names of those who have been submitted to our prayer list. As Norma calls the name, just let the thought be love go out to that name. Be love.
Zoe, Ryan, and Gracia. Chelsea Horowitz. Robin Laurel. Lene Desiree and son. Don Monette. Carol Monette. Diana Sherry. Anne. Steve O'Hara. Larry. Avara. Gabriel. Lori. Forrest and Fatina. Mops. Columbine Unity. Claire and spouse and pets. Sunshine. Johnny. Max. Zoe, Ryan, and Gracia. Chelsea Horowitz. Robin Laurel. Lene Desiree and son. Don Monette. Carol Monette. Diana Sherry. Sandy Chamberlain and Winnie the cat. Sandy Spahn. Steve Sheets and family. Steve Taylor. All COVID patients and helpers. The United States government. The earth, air, water, all of life on planet Earth. And you can call out a name at this time if you would like to. Shad, Aaron, Arenya, we see this healing light surrounding the prayer box and all the people's names that have been submitted throughout the week. We see them healed physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Let us take a moment to realize a vision of this divine consciousness of healing love entering the consciousness of everyone sharing this Boulder community with us. And this healing love entering the consciousness of everyone sharing the state of Colorado with us. And everyone sharing these United States of America with us. And it going out to every human being, in every culture, in every city, in every nation, in every continent of the world. And this pristine awakening to love, restoring the harmony between mankind and all living things. And the earth being restored to the pristine majesty of God, as it is referred to, we will come into the new heaven and the new earth, recognizing that they are one. And herein, love will prevail. And so we pray. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And God is love. Amen. We will take an offering for unity now. Those of you that are here may want to make a physical offering to the offering bags. We have dip jars in the lobby where you can dip your credit card and donate $10 or more. And for those of you watching online, you can stroll down to the little tag that actually says donate. It'll show you how you can donate in different ways. So let's bring to mind that financial gift we'd like to make to Unity of Boulder. And let's bless it with this offering prayer. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. And so it is. Join me now, please. We dedicate this tithe to the will and the work of the Spirit of truth and to the victory of the Spirit of truth. Amen. I'm still looking to get 40 people at the Sunday service so I can reveal the miracle shirt. I'll even, I'll let you touch the shirt. So if you can get to the 9 a.m. service on Sunday, you will see something phenomenal. You will experience something phenomenal. Okay. And Santisha will be doing the 11 o'clock service. So you have those two services taking place on Sunday. To all of you, I want to say thank you for showing up. You are among the dedicated. So may your love carry you on and prosper you in every way. Good night.